This is why I play smaller games. All the good games got picked up and ruined by corporate mentality. This is why I fucking love Deep Rock Galactic. It is a fun game. And then they give you a fucking season of content for free. 100 fucking levels. Plus all the cosmetic bullshit. All free. And then at the end of the season, when you would expect all that content to just go away, they go, hey, all that cosmetic shit, yeah, it's just gonna go into the world loot pool. Go grind, my friend. Spend hundreds of hours on our game. We love you. And it's just like, dude, I need to give more money to this developer because, like, fuck, dude. I want more developers like this. I need all of the developers like this. Give me a game that has hundreds of hours of content. Drop a fucking season pass on that bitch and be like, here, have more content. By the way, it's free. And then go, by the way, you can still get that shit after the season ends. You just gotta continue to grind. And I'll just be like, dude, 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100. Best game. Instead of fucking Destiny shit. Hey, you have 3 months to grind this shit out. Oh, what's that? You got it in the last, like, fucking week of the season? Sucks for you, bitch. Now you gotta spend... Is it a fucking dollar per level? I think it's a fucking dollar per level. So, you have to pay $10 for the season fucking pass. And then you have to pay $100 to get every level of the season pass. And you wonder why I fucking hate season passes. I hate big developer. Bro, I fucking paid for the collector's edition or this deluxe edition of the next DLC, and even I'm just like, I'm gonna spend entirely too many fucking hours on the DLC. I'm gonna spend entirely too many fucking hours in the first 5 weeks of each season, and then I'm gonna want to fucking pull my hair out because the game gets boring again. I remember years ago when microtransactions were like cosmetics. It's a fucking bad habit, my dude. It's a terrible goddamn habit. But I remember when, like, years ago, microtransactions were cosmetics. And people complained about those. And I was like, if it's a couple dollars here and there for a new skin, whatever. I remember people got upset about the fucking horse armor from fucking Oblivion. We're all hungry, but the food don't last if you eat it all in 2 weeks into the apocalypse. It's fair. People got upset about the fucking horse armor for Oblivion because, fair enough, it was overpriced. You give me, like, here's a $2 microtransaction that gets you a new fucking skin. Shit, dude, I'll throw a couple bucks at that. Here's a fucking $5 microtransaction that gets you a whole set of armor plus some gear. Shit, dude, I'll throw some money at that. Here's a fucking $100 pack that gets you a DLC plus the next 4 seasons. I'm retarded. But then you get shit like the downfall. Truthfully, the downfall of our hobby, outside of course, microtransactions. This has just become a fucking rant stream. The downfall of our hobby, outside of microtransactions, truthfully, has been fucking patches. It has. The game drops day one, fucking unplayable, without patches. And they just Patch in all the workarounds. They fixed that bitch on day one. So you'll have a fucking dev team that will pump out a yearly fucking release, and I am playing one right now. I am literally playing one right now. This fucking series has been a yearly release for how many fucking years? They drop a yearly release, and sure, the ideas behind it are great. But the game, without the fucking patches, are so... The game is just so terrible to play. Which is really bad when you consider the fucking little kids that don't have internet connection. And they don't get the day one patches and they literally can't play the games. Sure, that's becoming less and less common, but that's not the fucking point. If I have to have the day one patch for a game, and like, it's that whole, the joke about, oh, you get a brand new console, a brand new game on Christmas. You want to sit down and play it. You have to sit there for 5 fucking hours for fucking updates, for everything. Why the fuck does my controller need an update? Yes, that is actually a thing. Microsoft controllers, Xbox controllers can be updated. But it's like, I get that patches can be useful. But if you have to put out a fucking garbage game and day one patch that bitch into oblivion just to make it playable, you shouldn't have released that game. The new Call of Duty is a perfect fucking example of that. One of the guys that I follow on Twitter, who is a hardcore Call of Duty fan, made a post talking about how years ago they complained about how the game looked. And people were like, "Oh, well, that's just a cutscene. That's just a cutscene. Don't worry, it'll be better by the time the game comes out. That's just a cutscene." And a couple years went by, and he complained again, and somebody was like, "Oh, well, it's just the beta. It's just the beta. Don't worry, man. It's just the beta. It'll be better by the time the game comes out." And then with Modern Warfare 2's release, the most recent one, he was complaining, and somebody was like, "Oh, well, that's just day one. That's just day one. It'll be better once the patches come out." How have we gotten to this fucking point? How have we gotten to this point where we just accept the fucking garbage? How? I don't know why they wouldn't just wait so they save themselves the embarrassment and poor press. I'd rather something get delayed than ship poorly and perform poorly. So the shareholders want the game out at a certain time, and then that's why they get games that need patched to oblivion. The worst part is that fucking Call of Duty is on a 3-year cycle. There are 3 dev teams working on Call of Duty. There's what? Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and then I'm wanting to say the third one's something to do with Hammer. That it's each year a different one puts out a game. They're literally on a fucking 3-year cycle. And yet they still come out as piles of shit. Even from a business perspective, it makes sense. And the sad part is you will always get, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how fucking abysmal gaming gets, you will always have that person that will go out and buy the game day one. I will admit I still do that with certain games, and that is a problem. They will go out and buy a game day one and swear by that game, even if it is just the most buggy, garbage piece of shit. The latest COD I bought was arguably the best one since its unmastered version released. I gotta fucking... I need to... I'm like... Because it's... Word... Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer is the fucking third one. I knew it has something to do with fucking hammer. Actually, JK, I got Cold War for zombies, and it was good zombies, not bad zombies. But like, we accept yearly releases that always come out as shit. And arguably, the fucking EA games, EA Sports fucking drones are the worst about it. You're telling me that you're going to pay $60 a fucking year for a football game that you literally change like a handful of things. Oh boy, the roster's new. You could do that in update. You could literally do that as an update. I could pay for a fucking EA Sports title on whatever generation of console, and the next generation of console, the only fucking difference is the mini games, which they may have taken out just altogether, or the fucking roster. But then you get, like I said, the Ubisoft's yearly fucking releases, which they're finally moving away from that, thank fucking Christ. Because, like I said, love the idea behind it. But, like, you're smothering your developers. The crunch is garbage. And you're making it watered down. But, like, yeah, I know. I was thinking about getting a just chatting screen, which I need to. But, like, I love this game. I love gaming. But it is becoming a corrupted, cancerous pile of just shit. And it's so depressing. This is why I play the handful of games I do, and even them are starting to have terrible fucking things coming into them. I get the idea that Minecraft should have some moderation tools. And I get that there are things that people shouldn't have to see on the internet. But, like, having it where if somebody says something in a private server on Minecraft and it gets reported, that person can just be banned and lose literally all of their Minecraft stuff ever is wrong. Ban them from online. Oh, you're funny. You're funny. It's sad. I'm like a third of this stream is gonna be me just fucking ranting, and I'm not even sorry about it because like I said, I love playing video games. It is one of my biggest hobbies. It is what I want to do to make a living. But like the last even just like 5 years has become it has become just the most cancerous garbage thing. And the to bring up one post that got posted in my Discord that just made me, it hurt my soul. The worst thing is one day modern teenagers will have the nostalgia for loot boxes and season passes. I saw that posted by one of my dear friends. And my only thought was, why must you curse us like this? But to quote Falcon from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he's out of line, but he's right. Anyway.